Well, I certainly think the Taoiseach has massively overplayed his hand. And actually his behaviour has been rather odd, because for most of this year his words and rhetoric have been very warm towards the British government, who have been saying throughout this year there won't be a hard border. The Belfast Agreement will be enshrined in the negotiation and the end agreement with the European Union. And yet it was kind of 3 weeks ago that the Taoiseach suddenly started to up the ante about this hard border. Theresa May has said throughout there will not be a hard border. There will only be a hard border if Ireland decides to put one up.
With respect, Jonathan, that's a ridiculous comment. The Taoiseach has been consistent, as has his predecessor, Enda Kenny. Ireland set out long before the Brexit referendum. We must put this on the table. We didn't want Brexit. We didn't choose it. It's a decision of the British people, which we respect wholly. But we've been consistent since the referendum that there's top three negotiating issues before we move to phase 2, one of which is the situation on the island of Ireland. And consistently through the process, we've said we're prepared to move to phase 2 whenever the British government provides us with the necessary detail. They have yet to do so. We've missed one deadline in October, and it's understandable that we just are getting slightly frustrated. We want to move on to phase 2, and we're not going to be pushed into it without the detail.
But you can't move on to phase 2 about the trade unless you know what the situation is on the border. These issues are all intertwined.
Then why did the British government agree at the outset with the European Commission negotiation task force?
Dare I say it?
No, this is let me finish my
goodwill towards the European Union.
And the European Union and the Irish government has shown extreme goodwill to a government who's made a decision that affects us more than actually affects the British citizens and the people of Europe. We don't want this.
Does this imperil the Good Friday Agreement?
I see absolutely no reason why it should, not least because the British government have said that keeping the Good Friday Agreement will be part of the exit agreement. They agree with the European Union. And the Good Friday Agreement was not a creature of the European Union. I mean, if anything, America had more involvement in bringing the parties together and bringing peace to this island.
Jennifer,
than the European Union.